Welcome, my Love Light Lifers. Natty T here, your vibrational coach, and I help artists, freelancers, and entrepreneurs use the law of attraction to create. Today, we're talking about sixes. 6, 6, 6. Oh my God, it's the devil's number. I have to do it every time I deal with sixes. I love it. I do. The fact that people think that sixes are evil, so not. So not. However, I can see where it gets its reputation from. And we're going to talk about it in just a minute. If you're seeing sixes everywhere, 666, if you're seeing that, it might be scaring the crap out of you. That's why you're here. But we're going to find out what it means. Put where you keep seeing it in the comments. I love synchronicities, and I see them all the time, but I'd love to know where you keep seeing your sixes. Now, we're just going to get into it. Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Mwah! Thank you so much for all of your support. Love you long time. If you are just showing up for the first time here, welcome too. And I would suggest that you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and the bell so that you can join the club, join the community, and become one of us, because trust me, you're wanting. Alright, we're going to get into the reason you came here, which is, let's face it, you want to know why you keep seeing the devil's number everywhere. Am I evil? Is something evil going to happen to me? Is this bad? Is my career evil? Am I making too much money? Because, you know, that's the root of all evil. And when it's related to your career, depending on your background, if you do have this particular association, and only you know if you do, it could come into play as a vibrational response if you are or are about to make a lot of money. If you honestly have a core belief, itchy nose, if you do have a core belief that money is evil and you start making too much of it, you might see 666 because maybe you think that having all this money is evil. And it may not be a conscious thing. You may know consciously that that's a load of balderdash. However, if you grew up in a Christian home, or you grew up going to church, or you went to a religious school, some sort of Christian school, and that became embedded in your belief system, only you would know that, but it might relate to it. And it's not a bad thing. You're not evil. It might just be that you need to shift a belief on money, because every time you go to make money, or every time money starts being attracted to you, you are associating it with evil, which is something that you probably don't want to be, and therefore there's this disconnect with conflicting belief systems that happens, okay? And that's maybe stopping you from manifesting what you want to manifest in your career, finances, and money part of it, which is, let's face it, why we do it. Not just because we love it. We want to get paid as well. We want to love our job and get paid. There's nothing wrong with that. And when we start talking about sixes, the interesting thing about sixes, remember when I said I know why it gets that reputation? It was a bit iffy the way I said it. Even I noticed it. It's because as that understanding of why it's so iffy, in other words, how did people decide? What kind of a vibration was it sending off that they went, of all of the numbers in the world, I think that 666 is the devil's? I don't know where it came from in the dogma of all of this, but I can understand why somebody would interpret it that way. And it's because at this point, we're talking about adjustments. Once that tower comes down, like we were talking about with the fives, if you haven't seen the one on the fives, you can go and have a look at that if you want to know what I mean. But when we hit that point where something massive changes in our experience, which is a 5 frequency, a vibration of 5, after that, there is a recovery. Basically, you're going to be off kilter completely, and you're going to have to do things that are completely different. This gets such a bad rap, this number, because of the fact that it's basically there to tell you when you're off. It's there to show you. I often see 6s when I'm almost on the vibration I want to be on, but not quite. In other words, it's almost like, if you want to take the angel number interpretation, it's like your angels are going, that's not it. And the reason they're saying that is because you're totally convinced that you're on, but you're not. You're a little bit off, which is why it gets such a bad rap. Evil. It's so evil because it's there to show you that you're off. And the thing is, if you don't know that it's telling you that, and you think that you're on, you keep going on, and terrible things start happening to you because you won't get on. You're just off. And guess what? Then you blame it on the devil. So I can see why it got interpreted this way. However, it's not an evil number in the sense that it's good news, but it's just guidance. It's saying you're so close, you're almost on it, you almost got it. But this is new territory. After that 5 happens, it's new territory. And you want to break new territory. You want to be doing something new. That's where all of the change is. That's how you get to where you need to go. If nothing changed, you'd just stay here. You'd just be here. If you want something that's not in your life already, something has to change. And those shifts happen inside first, and then when they're shown back to us from the outside world, now we have to readjust because we either got it really, really right or really, really wrong, or somewhere in between. And if you're almost there, in other words, if you're seeing repeating numbers in general, you're close. You are tapping into something higher than yourself just by being able to feel and interpret synchronicities for yourself. Okay? So 666 is not a bad number. However, it may be saying to you, you're really, really close, but something's a little off. Please look for the niggle. Please look for the niggle. Because the niggle is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it explodes in another 5 moment, and you don't move on to 7. In your manifestation on the subject of the things that you want in your life. If you're having a lot of 5 moments, you're not treating your 6 moments right. That's how it's working. If you're somebody who does like to manifest via synchronicities, this is one of the things that you can know. This is one of the ways you can handle it. If you keep hitting those 5 moments, you're not listening to your 6 moments. And you may not always see the 6. But no, if you just had a 5 moment, whether you saw the 5s or not, there is a 6 moment that comes after it that asks you to be specifically noticing, like be really, really sensitive is the word I want to use. Be sensitive to how it feels, how the vibration feels after the 5 moment. Because this is new. That's how you know it was a 5 moment. You've never been here before. Okay? New situation, not sure where it came from, you just got to react. Boom, react. Hopefully you've done enough work on yourself that when you react, you are reacting in a positive way because you've been setting yourself up positively. Sorry, I like that word. Positively. You know what I'm saying. If you've been setting yourself up positively, then you react better. But the thing is, it's new. You're not going to get it right the first time. So you have to just be more sensitive to that that energy after that 5 moments to make sure that when you get on track, you're back on track. It's like when we're talking about 5s, we were talking about like when you're walking off the side of the road and you realize that you're actually driving towards the side of the road. You don't want to be driving towards the side of the road because you want to stay on the road. So what happens is when you realize that you're veering off the road, you go, "Arr!" But you always wrench it way too far and then have to wrench it back quickly, and then you kind of just like wind up again. Okay, so that's the 6th moment is when you, okay, the 5 moment is when you wrench it, always goes a little bit too far, and then the 6th moment is where you just kind of wrench it back and start to find the new direction, okay? So there's also this connection with the domestic, okay? This means that 6s are also talking about where this comes from, because you need to pay specific attention to your home life, because this is where you have the place, the time, the area to reflect. And if this is off balance, because 6 is also talking about balance, if this is off balance, you're not going to be able to be as receptive to that 6th moment where it's going, okay, now you need to feel out for a new direction and vibration. Okay, so that's how 6 is. If you would like a little bit more clarity, if you're seeing 6s, I'm going to do a tarot reading based around this energy. See if we can't get some info that's a little more specific. There's still general reads, but a little bit more specific on what you might be experiencing if you're seeing these 6s in your career. I will see you over there.